afternoon and welcome. Welcome to Jane Doe Inc.'s 6th annual Massachusetts White Ribbon Day event. And we are thrilled that this is happening because at 6 o'clock this morning we were a little bit not certain about that. My name is Debra Robbin. I'm Deputy Director of Jane Doe, and on this very special day I want to welcome you, thank you for attending, especially in the midst of this challenging weather. But it's a metaphor because the work we do is hard, and we're used to challenge, and we're used to being resilient in the face of obstacles. So I hope that will be our theme for the day. And I do want to say that we know that many others plan to be with us today, and we've been hearing from folks all around the state, and we've encouraged people to travel safely. And so the elements did not all work in our favor, but we feel their presence and participation, and we know that all of us are part of a statewide and international campaign, and we want to feel the breadth of that today. While we may be smaller in numbers today than we are in past years, we are still mighty and our reach is broad. And as someone who's not an old person, I remind myself of that every day. I'm also bringing greetings from Mary Lowby, Jane Doe Inc.'s Executive Director, who is with her family out of state and not with us today, and she really regrets not being here. And on her behalf, I am also welcoming you and thanking all of you for supporting this important campaign. Today is special for many reasons, and more than I will be able to say, and you'll hear from many of our speakers. But in particular, this day gives us a moment to reflect on our connectedness and our shared commitment to both addressing the importance of male allies in being part of the solution in ending violence against women. And we also have the opportunity to celebrate the ways in which this work is changing social norms to embrace visions of healthy masculinities that are inclusive of the diversity of race, culture, class, sexual orientation, and gender identity. And that framework is very important for our work here and internationally on the White Ribbon Campaign. As a woman who has been engaged in working to end sexual and domestic violence for many decades, and many decades ago may not have envisioned myself speaking at an event like this, like many others in the room, I am also really delighted to be part of this work. And I am honored at this point in time to have so many wonderful men from so many regions of the state and country and backgrounds in this work. And together, I know we're going to make a difference both now and in the future. Today is also very special for another reason. And I'm excited to be able to say this, because at this very moment that we are here, right now, in Washington, D.C., the Violence Against Women Act is being reauthorized into law by President Obama. Also something we didn't know we would be saying today. Timing is everything. VAWA is the cornerstone of our nation's response to sexual and domestic violence, and we all have worked so hard to get to this day. We want to recognize and thank the Massachusetts delegation for working alongside with us for the past few years to pass a version that is strong and inclusive and will enable this work to continue in the future. And our work is founded on the courage and experience of survivors. And without their hard and persistent efforts over many decades, we would not even be here today. So I want to also just as you look around the room today, you will also see many banners and signage. Hope you'll take a little tour of our signage, as well as the front of the State House. But you'll also notice the symbol that many of us are wearing, and our materials that say "No More" on them. And these resources are also part of another national campaign that Jane Doe and many others, including other coalitions around the country, have joined. The No More campaign was designed to bring attention to the widespread issues of sexual and domestic violence through the creation of a unifying symbol that can be used by everyone. And in Massachusetts, we adopted the phrase, "Massachusetts says no more, no mas." Together we can end sexual and domestic violence. And now I just want to take a few moments to say some thank yous. We are very grateful to the Governor and Lieutenant Governor who are not able to be with us today. Still, we know of their incredible commitment to the Massachusetts White Ribbon Campaign and to their incredibly hard work that they do every day on behalf of all of us to address sexual and domestic violence in the Commonwealth. I also want to recognize and appreciate all of Jane Doe's members and White Ribbon Day affiliates who are here today and so engaged in this work. We know you came from many parts of the state, and we appreciate that. And a special shout out to the many advocates who are here who do this work on the front lines every day, for which we are very grateful. I also want to recognize our White Ribbon Day sponsors for their support. To the Massachusetts Department of Public Health, we are very appreciative of all of the work you do with us on this campaign and in other prevention strategies. To Macy's, Verizon's Neighborhood Health Plan, and VDA Productions. Cannot be here without all of you. And I also want to thank Sheridan Haynes, who's the director of the Governor's Council to Address Sexual and Domestic Violence, who was also really helpful in making this day possible and many other things that we do during the year. We greatly appreciate all that you have all done and to make this campaign possible. Not least, I want to thank our volunteers who are here today and working very hard, and to thank my JDAG colleagues, the staff I work with, who I have the honor to work with every day, and who have just really been amazing in putting this together. And now I also have another, my job is easy today and fun. It's my pleasure to introduce the heart of this campaign, who inspires so many of us every day, all year long, with his invitations to collaborate on this work, his inclusive and welcoming style that brings so many new people to the White Ribbon Campaign, and for his never-ending and infectious optimism that together we can make a difference. Please join me in welcoming Craig Norberg.